Hello and welcome to the show. Today I have with me Dr. Parasuraman, the director at Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. So it's admission season. Can you tell us a little bit about what's lined up for this particular year in addition to the ones that's already existing?
In Mumbai campus, we haven't introduced any new course as such, but there were new courses introduced in our other campuses, because in Mumbai we have reached a level of saturation.
All right.
And so the idea is to stabilize, strengthen the ongoing programs. But we have introduced new MPhil and PhD program. Mumbai campus, we have started a MPhil PhD program in the area of human ecology.
Okay.
So bright young people can come and do a PhD in the area of applied psychology, counseling, clinical counseling, geriatrics, and the whole lot of areas which they can do work on. So that's a new program that we have started. We have made the governing board has just approved upscaling of the Jamsetji Tata Center for Disaster Management into a school, the Center for Human Ecology into a school. So that has been the change that has happened in the last few weeks.
All right. So research and development has been the pulse of TIS. So what are we seeing in this scenario? Are students more keen on getting into research and development?
Certainly, because the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, for all our 46 master's programs, dissertation is compulsory.
Yeah, research and development requires a lot of funding, and we've been seeing a lot of problems in that area, getting the government, procuring more funds from the government. So what's the latest news in that front?
I think it's not about large money. I think it's about a clear direction, clear ideas, clear focus. Resources are difficult to come. But one thing what we have found is that if there is a clarity in what the faculty wants to do, there is always resources that could be made available actually.
All right. So sir, in April you had brought to the Higher Education Society's notice that there were very less funds to pay even the salaries of the staff. So has that changed in any way?
Funding for education in general and higher education in particular has always been a problematic issue. Every time a government comes into existence, they want to review that why funding, how much funding. So I think it is a legitimate process which the governments go through. There has been a delay in release of the grant for 2015-16. But I think we, as well as the vice chancellors from other deemed to be universities getting full funding from the government of India, we have been working with the government, and they have agreed to release the funding for 2015-16. The first installment has already been received.
Okay.
You have a challenge here. The challenge is that as a fully state-funded university, we have the responsibility to provide education that is affordable to all. And at the same time, you can't increase the fees to any higher level. And even if you increase the fees to any higher level, when you have a situation whereby you need to spread high quality education in interdisciplinary areas of social sciences to create a large number of human service professionals to work across the country, you need higher levels of support. And when that level of support doesn't come through, you have a problem. So I think both the government and the industry can do something to support social science education. You know, you can't say that I will support technology education and management education, but look away when it comes to social sciences. I think they need to understand that social sciences is important, and it's about people, their welfare, their condition, their context, and human development is an important part of nation's development.
So in the past, we've been seeing that a lot of funding, most of the funding in fact, is being transferred to research and development in the technology scenario. Now, how has social sciences been affected by this? Even though the scenario is changing, now what are the implications of this in the future?
For example, when the government of India asked the Tata Institute of Social Sciences to run the Prime Minister's Rural Development Fellowship Program, when it was announced, we received for 156 positions, we received about 8,500 applications, and 85% were engineers. Now, we are engineers who have gotten their degrees from some of our best institutions and working in some of our best industries and institutions, want to leave that and come and be a Prime Minister's Rural Development Fellow to work in the conflict affected areas. It basically means that many of the children would have chosen to go to social science and liberal arts education if there were many institutions available and there were support from the government and the parents to such education. So in the process that we have a system that pushes more children into technology and management education, and as soon as the children get a little freedom, they are already moving out. It's very good, they are bright young people, it's very good, but then
you also need adequate support.
They could have been, if institutions like ours and other social science institutions are supported, that we could take more young people to come and study here, who can do great service to society actually in terms of making development programs work for the people, work with the government and non-governmental organizations and innovate.
So the entrepreneurship wave has been resonating across India. So how has TIS been promoting entrepreneurs?
The Tata Institute of Social Sciences established India's first master's degree program in social entrepreneurship, which attracts some of the bright young people to come and study. They have the capability to work with poor people in rural, urban and tribal areas to develop business proposals. Say, there is a group of students who are working with tribal communities in Madhya Pradesh to see how the linkages with bamboo and the bamboo producers and the value chain can be created in such a way that the producers get the maximum benefit. So I think there are a number of those ideas. So we have a master's program. We don't have campus placement for those graduates. Instead, they develop a business proposal in the second year of their study. We have an arrangement with the DBS Bank, Singapore, and DBS Bank provides a seed capital.
So what's the goal going ahead? Where do you want to see TIS 5 years from now?
The vision is that a country of 1.3 billion people would need a large number of highly qualified, motivated young people to go and work with the state and non-state institutions to make that happen actually. So TIS in about 5 years' time would be an university having more than 10,000 students. And TIS is also a research university in the sense that even now 1/3 of our student population is doctoral students. Okay. So to produce a large number of high quality professionals, teachers who can go and teach in other universities so that our university system gets strengthened.
That's a vision to look forward to.
That's the vision let's look forward to.